Welcome to the #1 exercise trainers say not to do. We're talking about the Sissy squat, but we call it the KOT squat. There's 5 keys to safely doing it. My lovely wife is going to give you those 5 keys as we do a session, 5 sets of 5 each, and I'll do my best to explain why we do it.
So the first thing is that it's no pain. You can do it on whatever gradient you need to so that you don't experience pain as you're working out. That's super important. You can do it at this height or like what he did. He's way better than I am.
But that's the point, is that we're talking about never, ever working through pain. You got that? That's the first important point. Never, ever work through pain. Now look, I'll go down 2 on each bit.
Okay.
And you can try 1. Okay?
Sounds good.
What's the second point?
The second thing is it's not mandatory in our program at all. This is only if you want to do it. That's really important. So Ben, of course, wants to do it, but you don't have to do it.
It's listed right there in the app as optional.
There you go.
All right, baby. What is point number 3?
So the next point is this is after a single leg session. That's
right.
Really important. So you doing your single leg session, I already did mine as a warm-up, Ben did his as a warm-up, and then you work on this 2-legged.
Exactly. So in the whole ATG system, the game changer, the foundation that gives you 80% of the results at least, and the only thing that's really mandatory in the ATG system is the unique progression we do of reverse step-ups and split squats, not to mention the whole time we're bringing up the hamstring and the hip flexor and opening up these key lengths in the tibialis and ankle mobility. Double-legged work to us is the extra 20%. So even within a session, you're only doing your KOT squat after your single leg work. Now what did I do? I'm down to here.
Yep.
4th set. All right, 4th set?
Yep.
What's the 4th key to doing it safely?
The 4th key to doing it safely is the best exercise below the hips.
Why? Yep.
Yeah, because it helps works your knees and your ankles better than a single leg exercise.
So when we do our step-ups and our split squats, we are still getting amazing work for our hips. Our hips are still assisting in getting good development. But most people, everything below the hips is not as strong as it should be. Notice my toes. See the loading through the toes? Look at the ankle mobility. I'm getting strong in those positions. This might be the secret weapon to bulletproofing your Achilles, your big toe, those kind of things.
Sorry.
I forget what reps I'm at, probably about there. You're gonna try that now. This exercise for me was the difference between playing pain-free. Playing pain-free is cool, right? Playing pain-free, right? What about playing with no inhibition? If you watch Michael Jordan, oh my gosh, his knees were like almost hitting the floor, and so he was playing without inhibition. So that's a whole nother level as an athlete. So that's what I found for myself. My basketball game went to a whole nother level from this, because I went from playing pain-free, which was cool, and I played pain-free for some years. But until this, I didn't play without inhibition. And it's only that, look, the step-ups, the split squats, but how realistic is it to load in these angles on one leg? You'd have to be a freak to begin with. Interestingly enough, I can show you, and look, we can even you can almost get like eccentric loading. We actually teach it to then use. We actually care more about handling it down. Think about someone who can go all the way down without pain. I mean, factually, the person who can go like this without pain has much more protected knees than the person who it would hurt to do that. There's no study on a simple progression of this. All right, babe, you want to stay at the last one?
Yeah.
She's going to stay at the last one, and then we're almost done.
So the last point is that you only do this on the body weight program.
That's right. This is only even used in knee ability.
This is not
0.
what I did last.
Try it. Oh, try it, baby. Look, it's a simple fact as trainers. Oh, close, you almost had it. Now fight down and then use those skating arms in the jump.
Okay.
You got this, girl. Ready?
Yep.
Fight down, get your arms ready. Yeah, now wait. Now use those arms, get up. Mama KOT got a little, don't worry, Lucky. I'm not pushing her through pain. The form sniffing dog. The form sniffing dog is, Dad made a mistake, pushed Mom past, But was there any pain?
That one did.
See?
So now I'll go back.
Perfect example of why not to do that. But you get the point, is that by working at a level without pain, you can now get to levels of bulletproofing. So it's optional. We only use it in our body weight phase because most people, again, are too strong in the hips compared to the knees and ankles, because we put 7 times more money studying acceleration than deceleration. There are no studies for Michael Jordan's pull-up jump shot. There's no studies for a ton of the stuff that makes the richest athletes in the world, because the acceleration is only part of it. Now handling that, right? The studies are on a standing vertical jump, which even then, every standing vertical jump over 40 inches in NFL Combine history has your knees over toes. But now when you get into something like running into a 2-foot jump, watch the top jumpers in the world, and it's insane the angle they have. And guess what? I've tested these guys. They can usually do stuff like this without any training, whereas it took me, you remember us on my honeymoon?
Yep.
Flopping around?
Oh my gosh, I have video.
Couldn't do it.
We should put some video.
I couldn't do it. Now check this out. So this is like my surgery knee. I've managed to turn this into a pain-free rocket, but I have like a 42-inch vertical now. I want more. We only have three programs in the ATG system, but that's because we're only 3/8 of the way there. So it's either going to be in genetic potential, the 4th layer, or in 0, the rebuild, where now, notice, totally on one leg. So now I'm getting to whole new levels of pain-free bulletproofing by never working through pain. And I only made my wife do it to prove that that's just not where the results come from. So let me let you get one more set here. This, I totally screwed up. That was the level we finished off.
I know.
Okay, go ahead. Good job. And a lot of athletes in jumping sports will find it helps to keep the arms free. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And jump. Good, but don't let those hips break on the way up. Clench those glutes. There you go. Good job. Good job.
Thanks, baby.
All right. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there, but realize that what you can't, maybe, is what you must. And factually, a knee that could go to the floor without pain is definitely more protected than one that couldn't. To quote the legend Mark Bell, strength is never a weakness. And I know for myself, from scouring things, any study ever done on these only shows that the more balanced we are, which is why we test single leg, and the more ability we have, the less chance of knee pain and injury we have. But if you cause pain in this session, then by the time your muscles and tendons recover, well, maybe you're still in a little bit of pain. Do you see that? So scientifically, a 2 or a 3 on the pain scale actually works, but our goal is to find that 0 point. Did you feel some muscles working though?
Absolutely.
That's where the gains come from, is feeling the right areas working without any pain. If we can get to that 0 and feel the muscles working, that gives the best gains.
And if you can't do something, it doesn't mean that you always can't do it. He couldn't do this.
Exactly.
And you just keep doing it on the gradient, and then you can.
This is built on being able to handle your own body weight on one leg, which is then progresses to being able to handle your own body weight on one leg at a time, all the way down. So then, before you know it, something like that becomes easy. All right, thanks for watching. See ya.
See ya.